All right, viewer 18, I see you said, how do I set a weather feature in my right portlet? So, and I believe I just published a short guide to that on the help desk because Sonia had asked me to write up some instructions on that when she saw that I had managed to get one in there. So let me see where that is. Yeah, okay. So in the portlet section of the knowledge base, there's an article on adding an AccuWeather display to your page. So to do that, you can go to this website where there's a little widget generator. And so if you click on fixed location and then you put in the place that you want the weather for, and you can specify your language, your default heat units, and then you can specify like what the different kinds of widget that you want. So I'm going to select the medium one and then click I agree to the terms and conditions down here, and I'll click grab the code. So that'll bring up this dialog box that has a bunch of HTML in it. I'll hit select code and then Control C to copy it. And I'll go back to my site, scroll down to the Manage Portlets button, and then on the Manage Portlets page, for the page that I want to add the weather to, I'll click Add Portlet, and I'll choose Static Text. You can see I've already got one on here, but I'll add another one. All right, so I'll say Houston weather. And then in the text field, I'll go to Tools, Source Code, and that'll open up a dialog box, and I'll paste that HTML into the window. And then click OK. And then I'll go down here and hit Save. And you can see I've got my Houston weather portlet in the list here. And then if I go down, go back to my page and scroll down, then see, is it going to load correctly? Just gonna force refresh my page just to make sure that it's getting the most current thing. Okay, and I've been having problems with getting this to show up every time because it was working, and I don't know why it's not right now. Let me see if it's working in another browser, just to see if it has anything to do with it being Firefox. No, I still don't see it in Chrome. Right. It should just be that simple. Oh, that might be it. I'm just getting used to some of the security stuff that goes on in these sorts of sites. So I appreciate your patience with me as I make sure I understand what it is I'm doing. See if that did anything. All right. Let's see. Blocked loading, mixed active content. That is what I was thinking might be happening. Okay. Sorry to be digging through the back end here with y'all, but I don't want to leave you hanging about what's. So let me follow up with our developers on this and see if they can help me figure out what's going on here. I apologize for that, and I'll update the AccuWeather widget article once I get an answer for you. And we've got a few minutes left. So Susan, you said we got most of our widgets to work. However, we have an RSS feed and using RSS include to create the type of feed we want, but we can't get it to work properly. Would you mind logging a ticket for us if you haven't already, and giving us just so that we have a formal request, because I think that I'm going to need to get our developers involved in this just because it involves security and different protocols, and I'm less familiar with that than I am with some other things. And so I'd like to pull them in, and that'll mean getting a formal request. All right, excellent. Well, thank you, and thank you for being patient with us while we get this figured out. And yeah, hopefully we can get you up and running in the very near future. So, all right, let's see. That's all the further I can ever get with the AccuWeather 2. If you click on Houston Weather, though, I think the widget shows up. Yeah, well, you know, and you can put a link in that will allow you to like jump to it in a new page, but I'm having trouble getting it to show up without that. And I got it working on my internal sites yesterday or the day before. So I don't know what changed, but I'll look into that and I'll get some help on it and figure it out. And I will add some information as soon as I've got it. So with that, that's all the time we've got for the moment. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out and bringing questions that help me, help all y'all. And I'll post some recordings from this session on the help desk as usual, although they'll be chunked out, so hopefully they'll be a little bit easier to digest. And in the meantime, you know, we'll have another session on Thursday at 11 a.m. Central. And so if you can join us then, please do. Otherwise, the tickets and the forums are always open for y'all to send any questions that you have. So with that, thank you, and I'll see y'all next time.